Hello. Sorry, I'm still getting set up. Uh, Audio check if everything sounds good. Um, hey Larry. Hey Akira. Enjoy tomorrow. Good to see you. Hey Nathan Yan. Lucy V. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I keep changing the dates around on these streams. It's like thought today was gonna be a bad day, and then it ended up being fine. So I'm like trying to do like 3 things while I talk. So this music playing now is this weird 1970s album, like music for plants. So if you have any plants in your room, they're probably gonna grow better today, because like there's music for plants playing, unlike normal music. I think it was Velvet that just did this one. But I'm kind of running out of stuff to do on stream that's interesting and not a spoiler. Hey Merrick, how's it going? Funny name, good to see you. But I need to draw a bunch of fish for South Scrimshaw. It's probably not a spoiler that there are going to be fish in the visual novel South Scrimshaw. That's it may not surprise you. Well, I'm glad. This is a plant stream. If I had thought ahead, I probably would have made a thumbnail. I did like someone. The thumbnail for today's video was like this is some meme like, name a fandom that can fit in this bus. And someone commented South Scrimshaw. It's like more true than any of the other comments. I hate when people ask a question like that. You know, like, what's something like an indie game no one's heard of? and then like the top voted response on Reddit would be like, it's this little indie game you might not have heard of called Undertale. It's like I don't know. Anyway, I fished a draw today, as I mentioned, and like looking through, at least coral reefs, kind of. You see like some shots of coral reefs and like not a lot of fish, and then other ones that are just like dizzy with fish. So it's like I don't need like every shot in South Scrimshaw to be this complicated, but I don't know. I gotta put the effort in for a few. But it's like I don't know. I've just like sometimes it's like I don't know, like having like so much to do is kind of like this type of paralysis where you have to like figure out like where to start even, and like I don't know. My past couple weeks have just felt rough, and I need to like I don't know how, like have some like higher level to-do list to like help moderate how I'm spending my time. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just got off the day job. Brain at like not full capacity, so. So also though, I was putting together, like there've been a couple times where like I draw components on streams that are like pieces of illustration, and then I was like figuring out how to fit things together. And these sort of like filler fish swimming around a composition, if they're this level of detail, it's like they start to become this distraction. So these ones I'm drawing today are like gonna be like intentionally reduced in complexity because they're not like a focal element. On-screen chat has been exiled. Wait, no. Where's the text? Thanks for pointing that out. Is this it? No. What the F? Chat overlay. There it is. Stream elements. Why is this plant music distracting me? Okay. What do I have to do to get this to work now? I set up like a whole new thing with like little text bubbles that should be appearing. Hang on. I kind of want to troubleshoot this. I apologize for the amazing content while I figure this out. Okay, stream elements. Do I have to get a new URL before streaming? Like, I have this plugin. I paid $10 for it. That's big money. Dashboard, streaming tools, elements? Where do I even find the overlay? Overlays. Chat overlay. Copy URL. Paste the URL. Okay. Refresh. What the F? Bro, come on. Edit. Well, you all might have to toil in silence now. I apologize. Okay, one more attempt. Alright, I apologize, folks. I thought I had a cool thing set up, but I guess not. Or maybe, hang on. No, it should take my YouTube. It knows I'm live. I don't know. My apologies, folks. You aren't used to the plant thought process. Yeah, it's true. It's like plant therapy. I'll discover new ways of thinking. Like, would a plant be upset that Streamlabs doesn't work? I don't think so. Let me try one more thing. 1920 by 1080. We'll create a new element. Browser source. Chat 2. $10.80. I don't know, is that appearing? Is that you guys, or is that... It's still not showing your guys' messages. This is like... Why is it not showing your guys' message? Confirms that something's happening. If I need help, I do. I don't think this is the time. Anyway, I'm gonna draw some fish. This is a very productive 15 minutes. Whatever. What would the plants do? Yeah, plants would judge us for caring about such things. They sit in the corner silently observing your human ways. Wishing they get some plant music. How's everyone's day going, by the way? Was that bird we drew forever ago? I actually, I lost the file. Oh, this is, I wanted to come back to that. It was like, I was like shuffling through my files and I was like, wait a minute, it's like, I remember drawing, like, this crab and spending a lot of time on it. And I was like, yeah, that was like something I did on stream, and then I could not find it anywhere. And I actually had to like look up my VOD and see like what the file name was. It was like some like garbled like Fishline 2 or something. But then it was like basically this like completed line illustration was a hidden layer underneath like a different illustration. But another reason to stream yourself and your incompetence. Like this random animals to use underscore shape template. I'll totally like remember that. Hey, Shitty Comics. How's it going? I'm just doing some filler background fish today. I'll have got all these coral reef scenes to fill out. So just kind of my like inspiration photos. Okay, I actually do not like this background guide I have. I need to I'm just trying to think about like if the main subject matter of this shot is like here. Now this is a song my plants could get into. If I had plants, I don't have any plants. But like maybe these fish are all going that way, and these are mostly going that way. We can add like a couple that break the rule. I kind of just generally want there to be a sense that the landscape has a lot of life, and that like when whales are doing anything, the little other things are just kind of making as much way as they need to. So are these guys too simple now? Maybe give them a little more complexity. I don't know. Actually, nah, I think they're detailed enough. But these guys could probably use a little side fin. This is like a very like they say like music for plants. Like this song just doesn't seem to fit every plant, you know? Like if your plant was like a redwood tree and it was like 112 years old and you played this for the tree and be like, it seems like a little condescending, you know? This would be fine if you had like a spider plant, you know, in your home. What's the longest file name for a drawing I've had? I don't know, man. Like, oh, jeez. Like, some of these, like, I worked on this, like, After Effects project, and I was, like, having to, like, iterate a lot just to, like, send stuff to a client and, like, create, like, compositions within compositions, and, like, I just kept adding, like, random, like, suffixes, like new animation part 2 final revision to final. Just like at that point it's just like in the folder just like sort by like date last modified. You know, because like random letters would be more helpful at a certain point. What plants do I like? Most of them. I like rubber plants. I don't have one, but those are like fun house plants, and they get very tall and they're easy to take care of. I like man, why am I like forgetting stuff now? I'm gonna like get dementia before I finish this project. Um, like the air plants where like you don't have to like water them. Those are very pretty. Succulents are cool. I don't know. The music's growing on you, you say? These two fish here are buddies. I feel like plant music for really old trees would be like those like Tibetan like chants or something. Like something like really intense like that. Or like Gregorian choirs, you know? Something very like dignified. What's that like forest in like Colorado where like all the roots are connected? I don't know. Something like a bamboo forest where it's like actually like one single grass plant that just appears to be a bunch of like different plants would be like some crazy like chanting or something. I don't know. Bear paw succulents. I've not heard the name. I've seen a bunch of succulents. Like, I might be familiar with it. Look how empty this coral reef looks. This I like these like dive photos like this where there's like what like 4 fish. Sometimes I get like the sense like when you watch a documentary like Blue Planet, which is like spectacular, you know, filmmaking and cinematography, but it's like you have this shot with like a like more like fish in the shot than there are like stars in the universe, and it's like I don't know. I just wonder if like the whole place is that concentration of fish, or if they have like a telephoto lens that is like bringing all. I don't know. I'm sure it heavily depends on location and time of year, like the population size and stuff. But do something longer. This is Yume Tuki, so we are no longer listening to plant music. I apologize to my plant audience. Sorry your guys' chat aren't appearing on screen. Actually, if you guys want, we'll just do this again. Didgeridoo music. Yeah, that's good. That's like that feels correct. I feel like plant music would be like single instrument stuff. It doesn't seem like I don't know. The didgeridoo feels right for that. Plants have to be very chill organisms. Um, I don't know, but then you see like pitcher plants that are just like kind of like ominous, you know. You think about like actually like being a pitcher plant where you're just this like bucket of like digestive juice waiting for like to like lure like insects into your belly. You know, I feel like you'd need something like with like a little bit of edge to it if you were doing plant music. Yumi Tuki was a fan game actually, and it's like one of the like longest running. Like as far as I know, it's still being worked on. I think that like the core team is like it's like collaborative, and anyone can like add. I think still to like Yume Tuki, if you like contact the devs, they'll like add your stuff in. Um, but yeah, it's like it's a pretty impressive project actually. There was something where I'm gonna like poorly repeat this and get it wrong, but I think they had like someone at one point like pull their artwork. I don't know if that's been like added back in, but it's still pretty immense. That's a cool fish. I'm like trying to figure out how to look at this and keep. I'm a. I do think it's like pretty special. Um, just like community projects like that keep going that long. Um, there's definitely like magic to the original that like any like successor will not be able to imitate. Um, Also, just like having a work of art made by a group of people is gonna feel much different than like Yuminiki that was like clearly one person with like a very like deliberate sense of design and purpose. Um, but I don't know. It's still cool. I like. There's something really difficult about how to phrase this. Like, having to draw in a lot of like detail and visual complexity, but not have it just be filler, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. Hang on, I have other fish. Here are my fish photos. I saw this. This was actually from a thread online where it was like everyone was arguing if these colors were correct. It was like, no, math should be red, history is blue, English is green, and science is yellow. It was like, this was like somehow able to like spur like really fierce debate and name calling. But should organize my photos better. These are my aquarium photos. Ooh, man, I need to put more shrimp. Actually, no, I take that back. There's some very prominent shrimp. These guys are cool. You feel like one of the things that makes Yuminiki special is the fact that we never really know whether or not we found anything, because there's so many events in the game are super rare. Yeah, it's like it's also so unexpected, you know. Like, I mean, I guess the it has less of an impact today, but it was just like, I don't know. Was one of those things that's just like utterly strange. I like little guys peeking out of the corner of a frame. I like having guys going in and out. Like, hey, operator D4S, how's it going? I am drawing some background fish today, so that is the plan. These are all like too extreme angle. I have no idea why I saved this photograph. I was like, I can put that on a whale. Sorry, I need to keep my reference photos on the other screen. I am unable to. Yeah, Lucy, I agree with that, and I think also like a part of the reason why there's this sense of exploration is the game really doesn't care if you don't see everything. I think it was sometime around like when games started costing as much as feature films, where it's like, um, you know, the player is going to be railroaded on this critical path, and if we've spent all this money making a thing, you're going to see it, you know. Um, I don't know. It Speaking of strange games, have I ever heard of Off? It's getting remake. No, actually, I'm not familiar with that one. The name is just Off, like OFF. Nah, I don't know that one. When was it released initially? It's a 2008 RPG. Yeah, I'm actually. Those are my jam. I'm surprised I missed it. Wait. Off game. I recognize the main character, but no, this is one I haven't played. I'll join all the new people playing the remaster. He got the Homestuck bump. Homestuck is another series I gotta plead like only vague awareness of, you know. seems like it's like epic in scope. And there's like not an entry point for me to even understand what the hell it is. I remember Danganronpa back when it was, I think it was like a Something Awful Let's Play that like was the first to like fan translate it and share it. Um but this is the type of like it's actual history, and it's like it's only being saved through like oral tradition of like people saying like, you know, back in my day when we were on this image board. I like generally I appreciate stuff getting remasters. Um, it's a shame when stuff is like so truly obscure that it like has like no choice but to like vanish, you know? Like will South Scrimshaw get ported to Mac? So, there actually is a Mac build available on Itchio right now, if you'd like something that runs. Because RenPy is can already port a native Mac version, so you could download it there. There's an issue where I can't put it on Steam yet because Mac has this thing where you have to pay them like $100 a year to be a certified developer to get a certificate. Whereas like PC and Linux, you can just make a program and then give it to Steam and they can sell it. There's like, and then it's like, because I'm like not a programmer, it's like, I don't know. I just haven't been able to like figure out how to get like to like export the Mac build and have it be certified and have Steam be able to sell it. So it's like I don't know. Like there's like the best I can do at this moment is like the Mac version on Itchio, unfortunately. Um, Seriously, yeah, actually. So, um, if you ever download a Mac program where that you haven't paid Apple it'll block you from opening it. It'll say it's just like spyware. You have to like go into your system preferences in this like really like roundabout way they like try to prevent, and then you have to like hold down command and right click and like tell it to, it's like it's absurd. It's like Mac is trying to make the desktop environment a walled garden like the phone, like the iPhone, where it's like you can only get stuff on your iPhone through the Apple Store and they get a cut of everything. And they're very clearly trying to like degrade their PC environment into that. And it's like, and that's like an annual fee. It's not like you pay $100 once. It's like you pay for them the privilege of being allowed to run on Mac, and it's pretty dumb. And then someone, it's like Steam requires that because Steam is not going to sell a program where a computer gives you like a virus warning and refuses to open it. So I get it on Steam's part. I think actually the Mac executable might actually be in the Steam version, honestly. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, you can't buy it on Mac. But if you, well, you could buy it. It won't run through Steam, but if you would, like, go into the folder, you could find the executable. I don't know. It's whatever. These are some pretty nice fish. Thank you all for keeping me company while I made this filler. Let's color them in real quick. I'm so sick of Mac, like Apple products. And like the whole like right to repair fight, that has been like what's that guy's name, like Lewis something or other, who's like a computer repair guy who just like it's clearly like not a calm person, but he has some pretty good and very like knowledgeable complaints about like unfair anti-consumer practices. He'd probably be like the first hit if you search for like Apple right to repair. Oh, I'm coloring them pink just because there's like enough contrast from the background that I can see if I'm like coloring over the line. I'm gonna turn it white. This song is a good throwback to the original. Actually, it might be the original song. The only good part about Apple's is the laptops last. I agree with that. I agree that their hardware, even though it's expensive, is like top tier. And I'm using an iMac, which is like a glorified laptop basically. and I've had it now for like 11 years. And I've moved across the country twice. I have no idea how many times I've moved. I've like, been hired tons of different times that require me to just like set up very quickly somewhere else, and it's like I don't know, compared to like a PC tower where like things can like shake loose. I've just this sort of like um, all-in-one desktop has been like I am their target customer for it. Um, and I would buy, honestly, like if I needed a new computer, I'd consider getting one if I wasn't so frustrated with Apple. Um, Not that like I don't like Windows either, but like South Scrimshaw also has a native Linux version. Let's go. It's like the software, it's like it's not it's like they're making it worse with like every update. It's not that like it's dysfunctional. Like, let me give you like the best example of um why I dislike Apple. Okay. So, um there's a free music editing, or it's not free, it's like included in iOS, GarageBand. And when I was first working on South Scrimshaw a few years ago, or like when I was adding like sound and music, and I needed, it's like the scene where you see the Chartreuse Archipelago, where you have like the little chime noises. I was thinking I would just be able to like make those myself, in GarageBand. So I needed to download GarageBand, but I'm on an older computer, and it was like I couldn't go to the Apple App Store and download GarageBand because they wouldn't let me download a past version that would run on my computer, but my computer is prevented from upgrading to the newer OS systems that would allow me to download GarageBand. So it's like this catch-22. So it's like so I actually had to go to like a pirate website to download an older version of the software. And like for what reason? It's like at the time, like, what if your computer is like 5 years old, it's deprecated? Seriously? Like, you literally cannot download official Apple software? It's like, that's just like mind-blowing. We're not talking about like someone on like Windows 3.1 trying to download like a Windows 7 program or something. It's like it's it's just artificial obsolescence, and it's just like Anyway, sorry for complaining. It's because the music for plants ended, you know. Now I'm back to my like animal, you know, compulsions and when they change from Intel to their own chips. You know what? Actually, that would be an explanation why it couldn't run. But then, like, why not let me? Like, I'm still a customer who bought their product. You know, like, why would you still not let them download? Like, if I need a copy of GarageBand, why can I not download GarageBand? Like, why can I not just see what type of Mac I'm on and just let me, like, get the one that I need? Because it knows enough to, like, block me from downloading stuff, so... I don't know. Part of my frustration is like when I buy something, it has to last almost forever. You know, like just given my like income situation and way of life, it's like I don't have like a ton of like latitude in these things. You can buy the computer for full price using its full potential as DLC. You know what's scary is I think that's actually a thing. Like, was it Nvidia where it was like they were selling like a card where it would like run throttled and you could like pay extra to have like the card run like at its full potential or like overclocked or something. It was like some weird thing where it was like yeah, or it's like I think there were like automobiles being sold where it was like some functionality was in the car, but you would have to like pay money just for like a software unlock. Um, yeah, it's scary. I mean, at least it's not like a subscription fee yet. You know, like that's like almost what they want everything to be. Fucking buy a gallon of milk. You know, they want you to like be subscribed to just like Milk Plus. Get up to like 1 quart a month. You've been trying to learn how to set up virtual machines because you want to run GarageBand on Windows and it's hell. Yeah. I had for a while I had boot camp on this computer so that like you know, like occasionally I would run into like PC specific software I needed like once it was like sort of like the best feature, cheapest stop motion animation program I could find was on PC. So stuff like that I could swap over, but like I guess that's not a virtual machine. I guess that's like a partition. I've never been able to set up like virtual machine stuff. Let's do one more of these. I think this might be a shot where... I'm trying to think. Okay, here's maybe an important one. See if I can be a little less dependent on photos. You got an old Lenovo laptop without system. You want to try installing Linux Mint. That's cool. The only, my only exposure to Linux is the Steam Deck, but I guess that's what is that, Proton or something? I like it a lot. It's fun. I mean, going from like a Mac to like the amount of like tinkering you can do in Linux is just like, it's pretty cool. But I can't. I'm like such a know nothing with that stuff that like I I can't do anything with like a step by step like YouTube video, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like typing like gibberish into a console and hitting enter. But maybe I'll get there someday. Steam Deck is super cool. I'm gonna hold off doing these. It's like, for some of these, I don't exactly know the composition that the whales are gonna be in, so it's kind of hard to fit other animals around them. Linux Mint is very Windows-like, so there's very little console. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like Proton seems, the user interface seems like really strongly Windows inspired. There's like enough differences that like I get confused trying to do anything. Sorry guys, I'm like kind of at a loss for what I need. Oh, shoot. Let's draw this guy. I'll find some way to fit him in. I like how it almost looks like a smile and then it like turns down into like concern. This guy was also in the aquarium fish shop. Oh, like a little fins. And just completely fudge his anatomy because it's not a mammal. You won't look any worse for it. That's my anatomy drawing tips. Don't care, doesn't matter. Did I think of any possible things to name besides Sal Scrimshaw? Not really. It kind of like just had like really boring placeholder name before like I came up with Sal Scrimshaw. This is just like whalescript.txt, you know, like leviathan.txt. But I like alliteration, so Whale.txt. Untitled whale project. I think I need to catch a little more motion in his back tail. That maybe? This is become my working process where like I draw the form loosely and then will I ever add anything that shows the true scale of the whales? I guess at one point you're gonna see like humans standing next to them, so I guess that would be like a pretty easy way to extrapolate numbers. I don't know, just sometimes it feels like really hard to commit to like it'd be easier to have like really firm exact numbers if the project was done and like written. Hey Spam, how's it going? Yeah, it's going all right. We drew some fish earlier. This is not the most exciting stream content. Oh wait, yeah, there was the I already did show people next to the Brillo whale. A partially obscured one though, so I feel like getting the snout correct is important. Focus. Oh, thanks, Lucy. I think word of mouth is like the most valuable type of promotion. Well, no beach whales in part 2. Maybe in future parts. Part 2 is going to be the next, like, 2 or 3 chapters. And there's still, like, a planned, like, 8 or 9, I guess. Wait, 4, 5, 6. No, so I guess part 2 would be... I don't have, like, the super clear chapter cuts, so I have to decide where to do that, but it's, like... It's gonna take, like, an additional... parts 3 and 4, probably. There's also, like... I don't know. There's potentially going to be more side content in... But it depends on if I can get out of, like, my writing rut that I'm in. What have you just... My naming convention has created so much confusion. Like, so... The first release, Part 1, was chapters 1 through 4. Part 2 is going to be chapters 5, 6. Depending on how I divide it. Like, there were at least 2 more chapters, but there might be 2 more, depending on how part 2 goes, and just, I don't know, but, or these are all just crunched together in part 3, you know. Right now it's like, this is like, these 2 chapters are like, in parity in length to the previous 4 chapters. Like, it's very long. Like the individual chapters in comparison. So it's not like chapter 1 in like South Scrimshaw is very short. So I don't know. Chapters are longer now, is what I'm saying. South Scrimshaw, Part 19, Arc 3, Chapter 7. Yeah. And then before I finish it, I go back and I start revising previous chapters, so there's new Part 1. That's when you know I've just totally lost it. It's a little bit different, but I like I was a fan of Dark Forces, the Star Wars game when it came out, and then the sequel to Dark Forces was Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, and then the sequel to that was Jedi Knight 2 Dark Forces 2 or something. Dark Forces, or it's like they dropped Dark Forces. It was like they just kept. I don't know. It had 5 sequels, and they just could not settle on what the hell to call anything. I've been in such a writing funk lately, though. The main nature documentary stuff is written for Part 2, or it's in a final draft. The language will change as I'm setting words to images, but I don't know. Writing is a separate job entirely, you know. You can see why it's there are people who only write. It's maybe I'll write better in a room with a window. It's true. I'm one of those obnoxious people that goes to a coffee shop and orders $2 worth of food and beverages and sits in the coffee shop for 4 hours working. I need to get out somewhere, you know. I'm living in this kind of about to say something mean. I'll stick with the euphemism rural. I'm living in a very rural town, and there's only one coffee shop, and it's very expensive. It's like for, I don't know, like the incredible luxury of cappuccino. What an exotic beverage imported from a far off land, you know? Writing a story in a coherent and satisfactory way is difficult but possible. Yeah, it's like maybe they're like, I don't know, the experience is probably different writer to writer, but like I feel like if I'm like drawing something, I can just like look at it as I'm doing it and have like some ability to like assess the quality. Whereas it's like writing, there's just this like, I don't know. It's very iterative for me. Um, but there was I will say I was looking over like an earlier draft of something that I wrote, and I was like, man, if I tried to like rush this and I just put out like the first thing I wrote because I was like concerned about getting, it's like it would have been so bad. It would have been such a disaster. It's like so. Some things just take time, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's also easier to embarrass yourself with bad writing than it is with like bad illustration, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just what I'm more sensitive to at the moment. Most real way to do it, the grind never stops, yeah. Your best work comes at 4 a.m. while dehydrated. I mean, I will say, like, sometimes, like, working when tired is like a like a type of flow state. I think there's like a point of like making stuff where like your thinking brain like shuts the hell up and like the making brain just is in like full control of like the operations room. And I don't know, I think like being tired like can help with that. I love the spots on this animal. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm like trying to include a little bit more like patterned animals compared to last time. I felt like that was also missing. Like reef animals just look so like wild. Not that this is a reef animal. I don't know what the hell this is. Might be freshwater. I don't even know. You tried to draw a thumbs up. One's partially bad and it came out hilariously bad. Hands are difficult. Hands are like, well, like any part of drawing people is hard, but I was like getting back into studying human anatomy, and then I kind of dropped it. But wish I was better drawing people. Like it's such a struggle for me. There's this like little indentation there that I want to catch. It's got like a strong chomper. Subconscious takes over like Jesus take the wheel. You either wake up to a masterpiece or incoherent stuff. Well, that's part of the fun too, so. Yeah, people watching, invaluable. I used to do like life drawing every week too, and just like drawing from live models was. I got okay at it. Like I would be like happy with my results, you know, after like a 20-minute session or something. I'd be able to be like, yeah, you know, I got most of it. It's like a person. But man, when I started doing it again, I was like so rusty. I was just like, oh my god. There's like a sort of second bump here, but I might ignore that one. Fast time figure sketches help with the model help so much it's unreal. It's a yeah, like gesture drawing. It's like I'm not good enough at figure drawing to make the most use out of like the really fast gesture stuff where it's like you've got like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. I don't know. If it's less than a minute, I get frustrated. This guy does have a charming snout. I hope he went to a good home. This guy is like less space here than my guy. Hang on. I don't have to be accurate, but I'm wondering, would this improve? Hang on. Hey Laura, thank you. The fish thanks you. This is a photo I took from a pet shop, so original fish research on this one. Hey Red. You just joined stream and you find a potential meme. He's looking into our souls. Maybe this guy is. This guy seems like preoccupied. I'm just drawing this guy because I didn't know what else to do on stream, to be honest. I'm like experiencing a little bit of like a work slump, so like just getting anything done today after the day job feels like it will be a victory. It's also like if I like I can't have like too many illustrations, you know. I mean, it's like I can spend too long drawing too many, but like there will always be space for weird fish drawings to make things better. Okay, so I think this like his head's very box-like, and like the corner of the box is down here, which unfortunately moves the fin down. I didn't really want to relocate that. Kind of F's with the proportions. Might have to leave that there. I don't want to move that. Hey Coco, how's it going? Today's reference images are making me want to own fish again, but then you remember how much it costs to maintain a fish tank. I feel you. I am financially prevented from owning my dream fish tank. Also, I don't think my landlord would appreciate a gigantic fish tank on the property. Like, I probably could, but it's also like a choose your battle type situation. I need them. I have a cat, you know, or there's a house cat. That's like really the only pet I need, I think. As far as like essential pets go, in my opinion. Maybe I've been asked this 1,000 times. Is the brush I use to draw custom made? You love outflows? No, I use what's his name? Cal T. Webster's Mega Pack. And this is. It's in like his ink box. And I think it's Kyle Webster's brushes are all really good. It's like Rough Inker 2 or something. This is the one I ended up using the most. I tried to set up custom brushes, and they just all do not work as good as the ones that other people make for me. Like, I read like how to make my own, but I'm still doing something wrong because nothing works the way I tell it to. So. With the paintbrushes I use, I think I talk about in the one, like the videos on this channel. It's like the time lapse video that I put up not long ago. I think I go into more detail. Oh yeah, Enjoy Tomorrow. I did. I watched the piano piece. I liked it. I forgot to play it. I'll play it on the way out. Enjoy Tomorrow did another piano piece for South Scrimshaw, and it was very nice. I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you on that. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm having a hard time doing these fins. I think that's good. Oh wait, I like how it was like a little like curve. Those are called planted tanks, Merrick, and I have spent so many hours just watching planted tanks on YouTube. Um, you should look up this guy. Flew the Flower Horn has a fantastic YouTube channel. Um, like if I had like the money and time, that's what I would do. Would be like there's just something really cool about like tanks where instead of having like the tube that like is the bubbler to like put oxygen in the water, you just have plants that are like photosynthesizing, um, and that's like what gives like your shrimp or fish the oxygen to like respire. Um, and they like take the CO2 out of the water. Um, I don't know. That's just it's you can like see like the tiny little bubbles of oxygen beating up on the plants as it's creating it from photosynthesis. It's like pretty magical. Okay, I'll play it as the outro song, and I won't put your I won't dox your YouTube page. All right, we're gonna come back to these fins if they need more attention later. I don't want to get like too crazy with detail on this guy. Oh, he's gonna get a lot of his form from the color and shading too. So I also don't want to go like excessive on that. Yeah, probably, we have to be mindful of the algorithm's all-seeing eye. I feel like they did change something at YouTube. I'm getting like way more algorithm recommendations that are like, I don't know, I was watching like cooking videos again. Excuse me. I'm getting like recommended content that's like sub 200 views and stuff. Or like, you know, I watched, it's like suggesting Civ 7 reviews of people who like aren't established channels and whatnot. So it's actually like, if that is a change that happened, I think that's actually a cool thing to see. Civ 7, I think I will wait to buy. It's been happening to you too. Okay. You've been getting recommended AI videos about cats. Well, that does not seem good. I feel like the AI videos, they're not like, like AI narration. Like the other thing I've been watching is like history videos, so it will be like, um, when the 101st Airborne like moved through Normandy, and it's like you can tell it's like, I don't know. You just sees like generic presentation of facts with like stock footage. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even mind YouTube Shorts anymore. I was kind of like skeptical when they introduced it, but it's like, like with cooking stuff, like the channel like That Guy Can Cook, like his like long format videos are fine, but like he's good at doing shorts because it's like if you're gonna show someone how to like mash a potato, you don't really need like 20 fucking minutes to mash a fucking potato. You know, you can be like, you can explain how to do it quickly, which like I do value if I'm just like looking for recipes and like I don't need someone talking about how long it takes like water to boil or some shit. I guess I feel bad for those like YouTubers like living off YouTube, and it's like they have to make like two types of content now, I guess, or it's like long videos and short videos. My short videos, like I got no boost out of them, so I kind of like just wasted my time with them and never went back. No, enjoy tomorrow. Google knows you want a cat. Sometimes Google knows better than you. Enjoy tomorrow. It's cat time. You can't fight it. There have been times where it was like, I think I was saying like, there's a moment where like the YouTube algorithm was like, okay, everyone's gonna watch Formula One videos. Like, and so like I did, and I was like, this is actually far more interesting than I anticipated. But an example of like the algorithm knowing more than me. It's like, you should watch race cars. You have history, yeah. Actually, if your YouTube history is disabled, yeah, it you deprive the machine of its like material to profile you. I guess I leave like my history enabled because like often like I actually do want to like go back and I'll be like, what's that video about like medieval helmets I watched 2 weeks ago? YouTube Shorts is like 70% Family Guy now. Yeah. I don't know what it is with like the Family Guy must speak to people on a deep level for like the way it gets like just used as like a way to communicate ideas. Like, you ever go through like your YouTube subscriptions and be like, You see, like, the dozens of channels that you subscribed to years ago and, like, don't post anymore. I don't know if this is a shared experience or if it's just me, but it's like a... Gave this guy a bigger tail for like a sense of swooshiness. You have the opposite, where you get notifications from channels you watched when you were 12 and are somehow still active. You gotta wonder how long some of those guys are gonna keep going. Like, I'm trying to, like, pull a name from memory, like Markiplier. Would be, like, in the 60s. Like, whoa! It's a scary monster! Dingus, you change your PFP. Is that her, I think it might be like her store branding on Twitter. I don't know how I feel about the tail on this. How about after, like, celebrities and stuff, like, license their image to AI so that even after they're dead for, like, 200 years, there could still be this, like, digital avatar of them, like, talking to people? Actually, I don't think that'll happen with YouTubers, but I think that, like, they would do it with Hollywood celebrities if the technology was good enough. There we go. He's just a fella swimming around. slightly concerned look on his face. Oh, that was in a game? Well... I'm not surprised. I guess I kind of already did it, because, like, Tupac, they had that, like, fake Tupac hologram concert. So now that I just have this random fish, it's like... it's almost like having like B-roll, you know, in like a documentary where it's just like something to like cut to while like the narrator's talking. Um, the alternative is if I need like, or like I want more like tangent in an area, I guess I could come up with like something special about him. What are my thoughts on the newborn baby tapir ume? I am a fan. It is an adorable little critter. I like that they give like updates about like Umi's first teeth coming in and stuff. It's like it's like the spots are so cute. It's like impossibly cute. It's like it's wearing pajamas or something. What do you guys think of this color scheme? Harmonious, isn't it? There we go. Umi looks like a snore, but with dots. Yeah, it's peak character design. Hey, Hatbot. How's it going? I'm drawing fish. As I do. Although this fish might be a way to improve it. Ah, Christ. Pinwheel death. There we go. Yeah, I think the angle was incorrect there. Just like did not look correct to me. His gaze is of the 1,000, please. Thank you. Umi will weigh 500 pounds when fully grown. That's wild. I wonder how fast tapirs reach that weight. Because sometimes it's like shocking how fast like wild animals. I guess it shouldn't be shocking because they're wild animals, but it's like they're in like a race to get bigger faster. That would be such a fun job, working in a zoo, like feeding animals and shit. Like snout fish. This isn't going to be a final pass, but the problem with using the wand tool is first my lines often aren't like sealed, so it's like the auto selection goes in between, or it like catches up in the corner, but in general it's like I don't know, it just ends up being faster to do it myself, kind of, as much of a pain that is. And then it's like if I want to like have like a separate fill layer in one area than another, I can do that manually. Photoshop also has a problem where like even if I like make the selection and then like I try to like fill inside, it will like I don't know, there'll always be this like ring of like a few pixels that it misses. I don't know. See you later, operator. I appreciate you stopping by. Also, that rhymed. How much is digital art different from when I was in college? So it was already pretty accepted as like the industry norm. I mean, of course, I'm not that old, but the Photoshop is better now at like simulating paint. Um, there's like a lot of quality of life tools in stuff like Photoshop, and Photoshop is more competitors nowadays. Um, I'm trying to think. I guess I'm roughly doing the same thing as I was back then, but I think it's just like the programs like get faster, they can like work at higher resolutions. Oh yeah, I mean it's incredible how much a different shading can make. It's like um, if this was just line art, you know, I would have like communicated like the dark areas to create the volume. Um, I'm just doing this so that we can see what the guy looks like before we say he's done. Um, this sort of like this rough fill in with shade is all gonna get tossed, and I'll do it completely new in color instead. But yeah, it's much more satisfying to see him with some dimension to his body. Actually, the biggest change is now Photoshop is like it's not a product; it's a service. You gotta pay monthly for it. Let's actually crank this. That may be too much. Yeah, the color's like competing with them. There we go. Does South Scrimshaw have a specific color palette? No, so I think like the hex code would be that sort of like ultra limited color palette, you know, is trying to emulate like you know, like 16-bit consoles or like 8-bit consoles that could only like output, you know, like a few colors. But let me see. I've talked about this before. I try to have like a specific color palette for each scene in South Scrimshaw, so it's like it shifts, you know, like the chase scene in Part One has like a color palette that's like very like dark blues, and like greens, and then it's like the color palette for the reef in Chapter 4 is different. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to make variety, but oh shit, I didn't want to show that. I try to make a color palette on paper with watercolor with like a limited scheme, like 3 tubes of paint, and then I eyedropper from that to paint with. That looked like the flying spaghetti monster. That's not a named character, Will. Hang on. Too many frickin' buttons. Where's my mouse? Where's my OBS? Sorry. Sorry, 1 second. Where's my OBS? Okay, so, this is like a triad, and it's like gouache, like watercolor. So it's like out of these 3 colors, it's like you get like a limited palette, and then this is the same colors tinted. So I'm doing a scene where it's like everything I'm attempting to restrict within that limited space. So I definitely do. I'm trying to be intentional with color like that. I just keep accidentally showing stuff for 3 seconds. Well, don't clip that or share it. Outside of your Discord, I guess. But it's like, well, that random fish is now complete. I have some boring stuff I could do. There's some like graphic design stuff I have to do, but I don't think it's like stream worthy because I don't think it'll be fun to watch, and it will be like hard for me to talk when trying to come up with designs. It's like official like government and scientist documents and stuff. There's like a bunch of that stuff I still need to do, but I kind of don't want to do that on stream. Hey, Chandarius. Well, no, I did this fish. That was about it. It's been a pretty laid back stream. I didn't, not a whole lot. Yeah, I'm sorry for like changing the date and then changing it back because I feel like I threw off most of my regulars. Yeah, I have a government contract. No, it's fake governments. My fabricated governments. Let me see. There's I have a nobody contract. The would it be inserts? I'm even like less collected this stream than usual. I have no idea if I actually have just made like a ridiculous amount of like art at this point, or if I'm just so disorganized that it feels like a lot. Really could be either. Let me see. Or I've lost some files. That'd be rough. Hang on. You think you know the name of chapter 6? You've deduced it. I don't know if I'd. So scientific illustration, I took a class in that back when I was in school, and it's like it's more about getting details perfect than it is about like producing. I don't know. It's like the getting things like scientifically accurate is like the dominant art direction, um, which is like very different. Especially when you get into like medical illustration, you actually need like specific certification and training in like medical courses and like specific training in like human anatomy. They get paid a lot, but also I don't think those people have jobs anymore because I think it's all like 3D now. You're just like paying someone to do like 3D models, or maybe they all like I don't know. That is a long way of saying that scientific illustration would be hard, and I just want to draw weird shit. Um, I'm kind of starting to sweat because I can't find the artwork I'm looking for, which is not a good sign. Um, oh, here it is. It's like this was stamped on a work permit. I need like to draw like a higher resolution version of this, to like just the crown, and it's like the 3 points on it. And it's not like a monarchy here. That's like the usage is discussed. But this would be like the I don't know. It's like not even like the main government logo. It would be like the sort of like the immigration services that like stamp people coming on and off the planet. I might I'm kind of tired from work today, so I don't know. Like if I could keep drawing, but I'm kind of at a loss. One thing, it's like I have this folder of references, and I'm like I like heraldry in general. Um, this is like Japanese banners. Um, it's just like neat, like feels very modern, but I guess pretty cool bird. I'm not gonna get like I literally do not have the ability to get this complex, but like that's amazing. Like look at that bull down there, like I love that. So it's like I'm not gonna make something that's like medieval necessarily, but look how cool that print is. It's in the wrong folder, but I don't know. I love that. I'll just copy that directly. That's so good. Anyway. Take it easy, Coco. Don't mail anything to me unless you're going to use South Scrimshaw Aria stamps. Dude, actually, if you get... That's like one of the most highly prized like clients as an illustrator is if you get a stamp from the US government. Like, I think that pays a lot, but also it's like, I don't know, any US stamp is a collector item to someone somewhere. I just dropped something on the floor. Sorry about that. I'm rolling clay in my hand just as like a stress thing, but I dropped some of it on the carpet and now it's gonna get stuck to the carpet. Check out train liveries. This is the hang on. You get actual search engine. Livery would be the I forget that's what it's called. You know what's actually cool is also F1 liveries, like 1970s F1 cars. This cigarette car. Green skin trains. Alright, this is important research. It's getting filed. Train logos. Oh yeah. The one in the top corner is my favorite with like the text. I do like One thing I'm trying to get right is I want government imagery to feel like distinctly civic. Like there's like research core logos. Like I want it to feel like something. I don't know. It's like all these different things like have their own like aesthetic to them, and it. I don't know. I'm trying to like get that correct. Um, like the way like the U.S. government presents like an agency with like an emblem or like a seal is much different than like how like a corporation like this would present itself. And I'm trying to like, I don't know, keep the species of images kind of resembling like when it like it's, or I guess I should say like when I'm making up fake ones, it's fun to like try to make them feel real, I guess. Some of the stuff I've done I think is cool, but we'll see. But I might call the stream here because I haven't actually drawn anything in like 15 minutes. But thanks for I appreciate everyone who did stop by. I'm sorry I like changed the stream date. I will try to stream on Wednesday or something, and I'll try to have a better clue of what I'm doing. I won't like be like this is another stream I jumped on like right after work, so yeah, was I just wasn't together. But we have a, let me see if I can find this real quick before I go. One second. All right, our outro song, composed by a little-known musician, Enjoy Tomorrow. This was a song inspired by South Scrimshaw, so I'm gonna play that, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks again for stopping by.